It is time for some FACEIT League. We have the return of Master Division. We had no Master Division last week, and you know what? I'm happy to have him back. We've got Tanuki taking on Nightmare Rotation tonight. But yeah, it should be a fantastic matchup here tonight. Very much looking forward to it. Always fun getting these two teams on. Now let's go take a look at our standings here. So Tanuki coming in 1-1, Nightmare Rotation right above them. Both sitting 1-1 currently. With that said, now is a chance to kind of step up, kind of separate yourself from the pack. You know, with Master, they take their bye week at the start of the season instead of the end of the season here for Season 4, as opposed to what we saw in Seasons 2 and 3. So, in 3 weeks of play, we've had 2 games apiece. So, very early in the season here, we will get 7 weeks of play, and there are makeup games happening from the perk week. Basically, from now until the end of the season, the teams are have the option of putting those makeup games, it should be 2 games, anywhere between now and basically the end of March. Zooming back in here on tonight's matchup, Tanuki, they are in Master Division on their own merit. If you're not familiar with the journey here, this is not the same slot from the previous Tanuki. So the previous Tanuki made it into Master for Season 3. Right, so this is not this roster, and most importantly, this is not their earnings to get into Master Division here. This roster fight their way in. They were originally C-paid back in Season 2. They had Regime on this roster, who's now playing on Shikigami. It was definitely a little bit of a different roster. Yeah, Santana on this roster as well, Snozlar, Hutch, and some I'm not as familiar with. The name rings a bell, but the rest of this roster rings a lot of bells, right? So that was how the squad got their start. Going into Season 3, they definitely made some changes and adapted to more of the roster we know. I mean, not entire. So Regime's still on the roster here. This is, I don't know, I guess this is where Narwhal took over as captain. And when they get picked up under the Tanuki umbrella. Right, so they're Tanuki Tapire for all of Season 3. And this is the roster that earned their spot in Master Division. So, I mean, once again, they've had made some changes since swapping over. And including getting EV on this roster has just been a huge pickup. Placed 8th in regular season amongst the many 9 and 5 teams. They're an expert, there were 9 of them. But then had a spectacular punch up through playoffs shift. But if we're looking... I mean, granted, you open up with a match against the toughest team in the division is one of the toughest teams in the division in Supernova. So I mean, that was your first foray into Master Division if you're this Tanuki squad. But now they are the varsity squad here for Tanuki. As that other squad has moved on, is now the Sienna Heights squad, is actually who Nightmare Rotation played in their previous match, coincidentally enough. But this new roster looking very, very strong. Evie in particular has been just such a clutch cornerstone. It feels of watching modern Tanuki play. They're still on their climb. Like, don't let a little stumble, a little slip fool you. This team is definitely on the rise, and I can see this Tanuki squad going quite far. And if they continue to improve at the rate they're improving, I mean, I can see this Tanuki squad making some upsets into OWCS even. Now that might be pushing it a little bit. That might be overselling a little bit, but just their rise, just as the roster that filled these shoes before them has been pretty darn impressive. So on the other side of the coin, they're going to be taking on the always fun, always unpredictable Nightmare Rotation. I say always unpredictable, like there's some predictability here to it. I was talking to Dirt today and was saying, just that the team hadn't gotten a chance to play as much as they had been previously, prior to that particular match. Grinding, quite hard since, and Rotation are feeling very good, coming on the back of the perks patch. So despite a little bit of a slip up here early for Rotation, because if we're looking at they lose to Sienna Heights, is like I said, who they played previously. This is a forfeit win. So the 1-1, one of their wins is a forfeit win. But I think this was kind of maybe a wake-up call here to Nightmare Rotation. Like, hey, you know, you finally moved up in division. You fought hard. You fought hard for 3 seasons. Been here since day 1 as Nightmare Rotation. Bringing their fun antics to the table. And always a joy. I love this squad so much. They're always so kind and have been so supportive of the stream. But as I was saying, fought so hard. You know, from day 1. They had a good showing there in season 1. Able to make playoffs, coming 4th. It's just not quite enough to punch up in the Master Division at the time. Would be now, by the way. Coming to season 2, you know, kind of just dropped off a little bit. Like, it's a 7-7 record. I mean, you're 500. You know, you were 8-4 before, so definitely not as strong a showing as they had in season 1. It's not good enough to get you into the playoffs there for season 2. But what a clapback in season 3 here for Nightmare Rotation. Where an extremely competitive season 3 for NA Expert. And they come out just absolutely swinging. They drop 1 series. That's to Midori. They do get knocked into lower bracket by Alt Spartans in those expert playoffs. Come back and meet Alt Spartans, run through the lower bracket finals, meet Alt Spartans again in grand finals, and take the championship. And it was dominant. It was, I mean, very dominant. So a lot of momentum here. And after a hard-fought 2024, they cap the year with the championship and raising a trophy above their head, metaphorically speaking, and are able to graduate and finally move on into Master Division. Let's say Nepal here for map number 1. It's a random map pick for map 1. Let's see. I'm a guess Tanuki ban Hog. Nightmare Rotation banning Hog is a slim to none chance, but you know what they say about assuming things. It's time for map 1. Let's get into it. Nightmare Rotation take it on Tanuki. Should be a good. Show me some Overwatch. Narwhal had warned me or prepared me to expect the wrecking ball. As you see Eevee roll out with it immediately out of the gate. In lieu of the Hog being banned, Dirt here in the Orisa comp. We do have both teams running double flex support backlines here. Is Yari considered? I guess Yari is considered main support. He'd be like Bappy Yari. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting. I think I could be considered double flex support. Either way, it's a vulnerable backline, and Kermit is able to expose that vulnerability, exploit it if you would. Finds that first pick and take a lot of sustain out of this comp. With that, first cap is going over to Tanuki. Dirt makes their way back onto this objective here for a second attempt. Ooh, Passengers. I was just looking for some Passenger Pov. And, well, Passenger's watching a respawn timer is what's happening to Passenger right now. Dirt pushing very far forward. Does get slept in that back line. Eats an anti-nade out of Bandit, and he's playing on this far side. Excuse me, that wasn't out of Bandit. That was out of Narwhal. I mean, that was my bad. Narwhal, very close to a Nano Boost, just slightly ahead of Bandit on the other side. Aquamarine able to find a kill on Narwhal there on the outside. Pushing in very aggressively towards the other side. Ooh, good combo. The follow-up shot's not quite there. Ooh, but Aquamarine's able to guess a kill off the side. Actually get to see some Junkrat perks. That'll be fun. Don't get to see Junkrat perks very often. Dart's gonna pop the Fortify, run into the minefield. Does have the photon barrier to dance around, but gets hit by a purple. Harmony comes out of the teleporter into a mine. Dirt gets the nano, but eats a sleep dart and and an anti-nade. Passenger slept. Tire coming in. Ooh, uses the speed boost. Oh, that was cool. First time I've seen that in action here in an official. And Aquamarine is able to get that kill. That was really cool. Watching with no audio, it's loud radio. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Plato's asleep. Oh, no. So what's, you know, it's the typical nightmare rotation. I feel like something like that happened last week, too. I was noticing there was no Plato in the lobby, but I thought maybe it was just a map 1 thing, you know? Good ambush in there from Evie and Putter. Able to pick up Aquamarine in that back line. Dermot on the subjective. Has Fortify and Jab Spin to lock it down. Is using that extra health, and you see it come into play here. That extra sustain as that Fortify is hit. Good damage on the passenger out of the Terror Surge. Evie very low as well. Putter fell. Harmony's going to pick up the healer. And the Wrecking Ball has to bail up top for a health pack. Does have the Pack Rat perk, so did get nice and topped up just from the megas around. Oh, yeah, Evie's looking a bit surrounded there. We do have Nano Boost online. Captive Sun available here for Nightmare rotation. Really good read off of Evie. There's the Captive Sun going inside, up, out. That was cool. Drop the speed on that thing was ridiculous. Forget how fast you move when you're in that fly mode. Nano Boost on to Evie. Charted Tails. Dirt try to lock down this hamster. Just makes a run to the point. That was a Biodave from across the way from Narwhal. Lands on the Harmony, and the Mines will finish off Dirt. Tanuki will flip this point right back. Now here with the Kitsune Rush up. Have all the tools they need to close it out. And that's Sanctum going over to Tanuki. Fun fact, apparently, it was in game chat before we went live, but Tanuki didn't actually intend to ban the Roadhog. That was an accidental ban through the system. I just didn't know if y'all caught that. I thought it was kind of an interesting little tidbit. Like, oh, that wasn't even their intended ban. But, you know, you do keep Dirt on the Orisa here for Nepal. Although the Orisa, I think, you know, may have been the pick all along. Putter with 1 health, passenger already down, but Kermit's picked up 1. We do love seeing some Yari in play. And this is a hero you don't get to see very often. What are our Yari perks? Suzu to help protect through a lot of damage. Purple did land after the Suzu, so good timing from Bandit. Yari. All right. Chosen is running the Sunburn, which Outburst ignites enemies, so Outburst can do an extra 70 damage. That's right. And the Summer Solstice. Oh, okay, so that's the Summer Solstice is that super fly speed. That was what enabled. That's the miner being used, and what enabled that just wicked fast fly speed we saw out of Chosen. That was from the perk Summer Solstice. That explains a little bit. I don't remember Yari being that fast, and you can see it. I mean, it was definitely noticeable. Definitely tangible through that ultimate, able to secure that kill onto Kermit there in that first round. Bandit here with an ultimate now. Does have the self-nano available. Ooh, won't get a chance to use it. Finds themselves isolated on the outside of the objective. Not enough heal, and the rest of the dominoes will fall. The rest of the rotation dominoes. Those would be some cool dominoes, by the way. Now I just want nightmare-themed dominoes. Like purple and black with like the skulls on the other side. That'd be rad. Okay, anyway. Eevee doing their chandelier cosplay out here. Do you still have support ults coming up online? Oh! Cutter does him dirty with a monstrous pulse bomb on the back of it. Just an insane bionade. What a 1-2 combo. And Nightmare Rotation are reeling. Both supports taken down in that. You know the Tanuki comms just exploded with energy on the back of that awesome combo. All right, there's the captive side. Looking to swing us back. Ooh, use the outburst. Move in, try to get close, see if they can detonate that kill on a Narwhal, but Narwhal got the nano out, had that extra defense, and there was an extra player on the field in the form of Mr. Butler. Minefields invested into that as well. That was a 4 ult fight there from Tanuki, but they hold on to this point, and they will tie us up in percentage. Another approach to the top. I think they know Passenger is waiting there. I assume Passenger has the double swift step. I mean, why wouldn't you pick the extra swift step? Ooh, and a swift teleport right up to the point for the entirety of a Nightmare Rotation. Coming up on a Riptire, we've got the Terror Surge already available. The Putter comes in from the outside to pick up Bandit. Cut some of the sustain off this comp. Running into a trap, not ideal though. And the Tracer falls with the Pulse Bomb still available. Walker Marine looking for a kill with the tire. We'll get Eevee down low. And it's enough for rotation to flip the objective. Putter says, why is Trap there? Well, I mean, to catch you. Like, I'd have thought that was obvious. Dirt Purple with the Terror Surge on the outside. That extra gold not going to help. Does get Kermit low, but Bandit can't follow up on it. Good peel. They're out of rotation. Excellent teamwork. And what this squad excels at. And we're seeing that synergy come into play here in the 99-96 situation they find themselves in. Try to force this round 3. Dirt returns on a Boom Fist. Ooh, punches Kermit in the face. Looks like Tanuki might, in fact, just be able to close this out. There it is. The Nano Boost celebratory. And Tanuki will take map 1. Some stats there from our first map. Dominant performance there out of Tanuki. Eevee goes unkillable. A perfect 22-0 to start off that series. The Wrecking Ball indomitable. Kermit putting out a ton of damage there on the Ashe. Head and shoulders above any other DPS in the lobby. 9.3k. Great opener. Great opener out of Tanuki. Just a reminder, as of right now, relegation just being announced. There does not look to be relegation matches. So, bottom 4 from the division at the end of regular season, I believe, will move down. If yeah, let me go double check that information. I'll bring it up here while we're waiting for some map picks. Looks like it is going to be a Route 66 pick coming in from rotation. Okay, so for Masters, bottom three teams will move down for NA Master, with top 4 teams moving up out of NA Expert. And as of right now, it only shows that only talks about relegation matches for OWCS. So, which is the top 2 teams out of Master Division after playoffs. Will face off in a 4-team bracket from the bottom 2 teams from OWCS, which have been set. Are Shikigami and Amplify. So anyway, that bit of information comes in. Those relegation matches are April 13th. So like that has been announced as well. That where's the dates on this? Oh, it's up here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's in the a different post. But they did announce the dates in April 13th. I don't remember where I saw it. I was probably in another one of these posts. Anyway. Still finalizing some lineups over here. Here, I'll turn off the dark mode so like logos and stuff show up properly. Okay, Bash and Kiriko banned. I'm assuming rotation banned the carry. Okay, yes, that is correct. Looks like the other side's the same. Thank you, Copyright Free Music. It's time to get in a map too. Plug those bands in for you real quick. We said that was a carry band on the left and then a Bastion band on the right. I believe rotation would have gotten first ban on this as well, since it's a loser pick. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Tanuki on the Winston. Kermit look already pulls up the Widowmaker. Sticks with it. Looking for that on off the high ground. Ooh, a pick on a chosen through the wooden rafters of that sign would have been nice. Settles for a body shot onto Dirt. Dirt onto that signature record hole, by the way. Just caught that Bionade in his teeth. All right, able to back up, take a quick breather. It'll be fun to see what perks Dirk wants to bring out here. Go back into some Kermit Pop. Widowmaker Czar is exciting to watch. Ooh, there we go. Kermit finds Chosen on the back line. Harmony getting right in their face. Oh, and Kermit hits it. Oh, I switched off of Kermit's POV too preemptively. Beautiful headshot there out of Kermit. All right. Maybe with a very short stint on the Winston does go back into the wrecking ball here. After just seeing the Roadhog, made that swap. Big slam in. Just keeping pressure on Chosen, not letting the ERA set up where they can just sit back, set up pylon, and start raining in damage. Eevee's going to keep them nice and uncomfortable, never finding time to balance. Rotation in that far left-hand side there. Aquamarine pulling out the Torbjorn. Bounty lands down low. Hook on to Eevee. Get her out of the doorway. Dirt trying to protect the back line there. Kermit setting up. It's got sight lines down on those healers, but that was a nice teleport. Harmony immediately gonna... Even just the threat of the teleport does force Kermit out of there. Big Bionade lands in from Passenger, though, who does have a nano boost ready to go. Throws that in onto Eevee. Eevee trying to hunt down Harmony, but Harmony has the help of that nade. Bandit lands the sleep. Oh, gets popped by Kermit, though. Despite the fantastic play out of the Nightmare rotation on her, Kermit puts an end to it with just one press of the mouse. And this cart continues to roll. How did that sleep land? That was quite the sleep there out of Passenger. My goodness. All right, we got a chain hook perk. Hitting the hook gives you a couple more ammo. Gives you a couple more shots in the clip. And the scrap gun, I guess it's not really a clip. Those squishy DPS. Kermit in particular, not gonna let Dirt just square up. Land the easy hook. Here comes Chosen in over the top of Cap to the Sun. Sound barrier lands from Nar. Wallet Putter still falls. Molten Core invested from this defense as well. That was weird. So 2 ults from the defense. It's a measured approach here out of Nightmare rotation. And they're still picking up some kills on the back of this fight. Eating up a lot of precious time. Oh, perhaps not respecting the damage out of Kermit. Dirt gets brought down. Suddenly what was looking like a really good turn of events here for rotation completely flipped script. Tables turned. Now Kermit set up on the high ground here. Landing headshots onto the tank. Got eyes on the teleporter as well. Toss a Venom Mine up there. Nice little yeet. Just try to get some info. Get some eyes on what his defense is trying to do. Dirt drops in the teleport right above them, so Dirt trying to drop in. Dirt have a Narwhal swap it over to the Zenyatta. You see that Discord orb there on the Hog. But Eevee dies trying to get into the other backline. Kermit still continues to lock in with the Widow. Nano boost threw it to the Zenyatta. I'm guessing that was intended to go onto the wrecking ball, but, you know, that's okay. Unfortunately, it does not keep the Zen alive. Despite the fantastic pulse bomb, we did get a 2K pulse amidst all of that. Out of putter as well, but it's just chaos on the outside. And the defense got more reinforcement standing when it's all said and done. But we do got the, it's not levitation, what do they call it? It's like transcendence, but ascendance? Is it Ascendant? Something is the name of the perk? Use it, floats out. Oh, just gets hooked in. Great fish in there out of dart. Thank you. I'll take that kill. No need to reload. It puts 2 more scrap gun into the gun. 2 more rounds into the gun. Like, they're not bullets. It's not a clip. You know, I was struggling with some vernacular there. Forgive me. Forgive me. Recall force out for putter after getting a kill onto Aquamarine. A lot of time has been eaten off this clock, but a couple of good kills. Ooh, Kermit ends up deep in enemy territory to find Bandit. Is it enough? Is the sacrifice worth it? Here comes the Edie and Putter in on the dive. See if they can finish off the Roadhog. Dirt hiding behind, lands the hook. Transcendence is in. Man, with the help of the anti-day, that is a lot of healing. 9's thrown over the point. You do have an amplification matrix up here from Chosen. God, W just barely swapped to the BAP, I felt like. Already had the amp matrix. Those jump boots coming into play. Nice landing up on that top platform. Able to just kind of skirt over here to the side where there's a teleporter set up. Harmony looking to go deep. You've got Passenger right up there. Whoa. Had Passenger in their sights. Just didn't quite realize what a good angle they had. Passenger has escaped up to the high ground now. Harmony trying again. Okay, up to the other side where you've got Narwhal working on his Zen flank here. That's going to be a nano Torbior, and there's something you don't see every day. He launches shots from down range. Narwhal still playing off that side flank, drops down. Harmony's going to run them off. Back on the main front. Dirt is low. Overclock put in for the high ground, and Fish Tank goes down. Nano Boost has been invested on the Kermit as well. Takes care of that immortality failed. The shot in the back lands directly between the eyes of Bandit. Looks like Tanuki have gotten the ball rolling down the hill, and it's going to roll all the way into 3 points on the board. It took them all the time they had to do it, though. They entered the warehouse with just an enormous time bank, and Nightmare Rotation doing a fantastic job of whittling that down. Although, I will say, this 3rd point can be one of the more difficult points to cap. So if we have the extras, rotations are in a good spot. But first things first, rotation have got to get that cap. AJ12, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here.
If you're going to die, do it when I'm not looking.
No, we're all matching the Yari. Okay. I expected, you know, I expect the unexpected out of Nightmare Rotation. But Narwhal coming out with the a bit of this double flex support look was definitely not on the bingo card. I spoke with the captain, said they might run some double flex support. I was not expecting it to be a Yariata. Is there enough heal? Can they cover each other from range across here? We'll find out. Keep an eye out for Harmony to launch a teleporter up top once they feel they've got an opening. Right now it's a matter of, can they survive the cooldown trade and get up there? They're going to go ahead and just run up. Dirt immediately drops. So they recognizing they hadn't gotten the Onanate out yet. Ends up just doing a nice little pirouette. 10 out of 10 on the pirouette. I like it. Nice shot out of Kermit. Had a spectacular map. One was just impeccable on the Widowmaker there for Tanuki's attack. And some big shots here early in their defense. And do remember Passenger playing that opposite side kind of solo. Early bomb built up. Oh, that was a fast bomb. Chosen went to start to peek over, and Evie comes rolling from behind, knocks him forward right into Kermit's sightlines. That was fantastic. This is a fun little play. Great little teamwork there out of Tanuki. God, it's both of these teams definitely have that synergy. You know, you can tell just have that play time together. Something that just you can't fake, and it only comes with time. Harmony with a fun teleporter underneath. That gets just smelled out immediately. Nano boost thrown onto Kermit. Onto Putter. Narwhal holding very close on the high ground. You see a passenger who has been playing up very close like this. Oh, nasty shot on the back of a great Bionade, and another great pile drive out of Evie as well. More just exemplary showings of teamwork here out of Tanuki. Hive mind at play. And they are looking just so tight today. This is when Tanuki looks like this. This is when Tanuki looks like they could upset and get an OWCS slot down the road. But hey, you know what? Lots of games we play between now and then. First, you know, eyes on this map too. Putter's already found Bandit in the back. Bandit did get that nano boost on the fish tank throughout this. Now roll over the top of the Captive's Sun. Does also have that increased speed and flight time. Eventually getting a kill onto Chosen, though I don't think the Captive Sun itself landed. Dirt with the teleport. Where are you going? Oh, that's from back to spawn to this mega hallway. I see. All right, Dirt. Show us some of that awesome fishing skills. Let's get rotation on the road here. I want to see some extra innings. Let's get this one competitive. Ooh. Do they have the dash? Do they have the dash? Oh, they don't need the dash. Get passenger out of the corner. Big opener. They're out of Aquamarine. Dirt, the payload princess for now, has the whole hog to make sure they stay the queen of the objective here. Shots being poured in from Kermit up above, and Narwhal is able to position themselves for a headshot onto Harmony. Kermit dropping in the back line as Dirt throws the whole hog on the objective. Kermit with good sight lines through there, but with Chosen's Amp Matrix, that whole hog becomes quite ruthless. Putter goes down. Now the double damage window has faded. Dirt is purple, escaping to try to find some health. Does get the Bionade. In fact, purple's Evie while it's at it. Lands the hook back in with the nano boost. Does some good damage in, but Evie receives a nano boost of their own and gets that extra 300 healing on top. Evie's still a little spin to win in the back. Dirt purple has to teleport out. Bandit goes down, but Passenger finished off by Aquamarine, and they get the cap. Wow. A valiant effort out of the defense of Tanuki, and I mean, exemplary tenacity. Gotta applaud the persistence out of Nightmare Rotation. They get that 2.5 on the board, just as I asked. Quick teleport to the high ground and a little bit of duel. And Mortality Field taken care of. Passenger able to find Chosen before they can leap over the wall. Let's go follow Putter here. He's got this pulse. They're dropping down low, regrouping the rest of the team. Bandit can certainly use the help. Dirt shows up with the regenerative, shows up just in the nick of time with that regenerative burst. Harmony with a teleport up to the rooftop. Narwhal's gonna drop in a Captive Sun with a bomb invested from Kermit as well. Everybody bunched up inside that small mega room. Looking like some juicy targets, and there goes the boom. Putter throws in the pulse bomb just to add salt to the wounds. Low health targets, but standing still. Nightmare Rotation are looking to clap back. Chosen finds Putter on the way out. Oh, now on fire. There's no health there. The regenerative burst is in. Chosen survives through the flames. Bandit comes in with the top up. And Nightmare Rotation now have a Riptire. Aquamarine turns the corner. Doesn't want to waste it on Eevee. Find a juicy little squishy. None to be found. Putter emerges to try to help Eevee, who's dropped mines onto the point. Hooked in. Able to get out of there. That was not high enough, Chosen. There you go. Slam in on the Chosen before they get the immortality filled up. 1 frame too late on that. Bandit, now the sole responsibility. Keep Nightmare rotation here in this fight. Keep them sustained as the onslaught comes in. The Nano Boost is thrown onto Harmony, used aggressively to try to get this cap. Moving up to the high ground, not able to lock down Kermit, who's bound to be who they are looking for here. Dirt holding his whole hog to the very last moment and try to see if they can just secure it with a good old hog 9. Not quite going to get it, but you get it close. The hook lands on the putter, but now there's Mr. Butler on the point. Eevee taken down by the dirt scrap gun. Nano Boost thrown out from Passenger onto the Kermit. And both of them are standing Nano and holding this point. Kermit has picked up 2, including a kill in the dirt on the Bandit. Just has Harmony left to deal with. Harmony on fire will get the kill with the melee, but the bird is too strong. Passenger holds on with 75 health, and Tanuki win the map. The double nano. The Shriek perk comes up clutch. And I've talked about it in the past week and a half or so, past week, that, you know, so far I haven't seen the perks have a big major impact just in the moment-to-moment gameplay. Just some more smaller, little accents, if you would. That definitely made a difference. It might have been that little bit of edge, but not a huge impact. That Shriek, that was a massive impact on that map. Oh my. Let's look at some stats. Let me get that point on the board. Hold on. Let's go. First things first. Let me pull up some stats for you. God. Putter stays alive through it all. The double nano. Excuse me, Passenger. With that nano onto Kermit. Actually has most deaths for the map, you know, on the team at least. But stayed alive when they needed it the most. When they needed their honor there the most. All right, let me get that second point on the board. What else stands out to you, friends? What else are we seeing? 32 and 4 there out of Kermit. 20k damage. My goodness. And we heard in an interview with Coach Cass from Incendia earlier today that a lot of this meta seems to be, can you empower your hit scans to pop off? And that's exactly why the Wrecking Ball is becoming more and more prominent. And we're seeing Tanuki set up Kermit perfectly, and my goodness, is Kermit delivering. Look at that map. More than almost double the other DPS in the lobby. More than double a putter, but that's kind of playing their role. That's not like putter slacking, it's not really anybody from Nightmare Rotation slacking either. I mean, it's just Kermit popping off. All right, we're headed to Blizz from map 3. Okay, it looks like the bands didn't show up, is what I'm seeing in, let's see. Okay, they showed up here. As immediately, and in game chat, Kermit responded, saying targeted with that Widowmaker band coming out from Nightmare Rotation. All right, let's get into Blizzard World. And that was a Maga ban out here from Tanuki. Just protecting the... I don't know. I think they were second ban, too. I think it maybe just be a throwaway ban at this point. Matt Merck coming in here for Nightmare rotation on this defense. Plato has showed up as well. So we do get the Bastard Specialist and the Lego skin, which Phone called me weird for using in our interview. But that's okay. I am a little weird. I can't really argue with that. Plato taking some shots there. Not able to get as much fire down range or into that backline as they'd like, and Passenger's able to step in, help out with it, and ends up being 3 players with guns all pointed at the Bastion. You know, welcome to the series there, Plato. And that's going to be a lightning fast cap. With, you know, Nightmare rotation players kind of off the objective here, so the fight's still continuing, stagger's still happening after the cap comes through. Just early aggression, fight for the control of this high ground. Matt Mark with a much-needed pressure release valve. Able to find Passenger in the back line. And you can see all rotation able to now push forward, claim some space. Okay. I haven't even acknowledged the Kermit Hanzo yet, but you know what? Has Dragons, has a nano boost. Why not? Let's go. Oh, good shot on the back of that. It was a beautiful pile drive out of Eevee that kept Harmony suspended there. Harmony tried to drop down, but got popped up by the pile driver. And Kermit lines up the shot. That was pretty. Ooh, Putter looking for that. Not going to find it. Matt Mark drops in off the high ground, but forced right back out. Did finally, so look like they selected Pack Rat right after they got the health pack. Bandit with a long distance shot with the, lands the ante. Plato, where are you going with that? Ooh, bouncy nades. I saw that, Bandit. No groggy here. Going with those bouncy nades. So far, Nightmare rotation doing a good job of kind of protecting, you know, home base up there in that back corner. Continuing rush used. Oh, immediately mows down Plato. Nano boost thrown on to Matt Merck. And able to force out a swift step, but... Oh, and a recall. But besides working through cooldowns, not really putting anything up in the kill feed. Swinging up, looking for that kill on the Passenger. Can he do anything about all this damage coming out from down low? Scatter arrows available. She's got to be Nightmare Fuel for a Wrecking Ball. But Kermit has 46 health, has to back away. Let's go back to the front line where Plato has picked up a kill. Maybe I should go to some Plato pop. Mines are out. Photon barrier able to get rid of some of those mines. Help this defense stabilize. Sleep out from Matt Merck. Or on to Matt Merck, rather. Yeah, let's save some storm arrows. That's going to be a difficult escape. That's thrown right up to that top high ground. And Plato took a lot of damage off of that. Nano, I mean, the anti-nade almost landed. The good call out. Roll through his M. Putter's able to find it. Harmony had teleport and found a kill on a Kermit while that was all happening. Nano boost invested. That is on to Putter here on this front line. Batters down Chosen with the butt of the gun. Couple blinks up to the high ground. Eats a shield bash. Great rip shot out of Bandit, honestly. Good timing and to, like, interrupt that momentum, but the convergence is just too good. Everybody from Tanuki swarm in. That hive mind has been activated. Janae rush in. Kermit took up a Sojourn here for this final push. Got the rally invested out of Bandit, and another Kitsune rush from Nightmare rotation as well to counter. Good slayman from Matt Merck. They're able to finish off Kermit. Fight rolls down into the corner where there was a teleport waiting. Really nicely played. Good job out of rotation. We kind of sculpt that engagement, how they liked it. First using the mines to kind of force the battle to move, and using the rally to fend off the attack from the other side with the Kitsune Rush. Now, it was a 1 for 3 investment as far as ultimates are concerned. So, a chance here for Tanuki to kind of catch back up in the macro, in the economy. Ooh, Plato trying to chase that kill. Putter, I mean, gets the stick. Map mark goes down. Nano boost. Nope, excuse me. Photon barrier. Invested in. Huge purple land. Plato falls. I think that was mid-ult. Got popped up trying to get the artillery strike out. Nemmer got a lot of, I must say, had a huge health pool from that adaptive shielding. Ends up taking a lot of damage trying to go in and find some value with it, though. Rolls around to grab the Mega. Good damage onto the back of Passenger's head. Will force out the Suzu, but Nanobu's thrown onto an overclock Kermit. One already picked up, and that's a second one on the tally. A couple of targets lined up. We'll settle shooting at Plato in the back line, who's come off of the Bastion. Continuing to rush out of Tanuki, alongside some mines, and try to solidify this cap, and there's that economy coming into play. There's the last couple ults thrown onto this, and it's looking like all red left on this point. Plato's late on that final touch, and Tanuki will cap with a $130 in the time bank. A great run out of Tanuki. And their teamwork is exceptional here tonight. And remember, Tanuki are coming into this series 1-1, but that one loss is to, a personal who I got to pick as a personal favorite in the whole division, Supernova. Then all of these teams have their sights set on OWCS. Don't even have to win the whole thing to do it. Just got to make it to the grand finals. But that is a long ways away. We'll see those playoffs in late March, early April. I don't think the dates have been announced, but we know regular season. The last games of regular season look to be scheduled on March 21st, I believe. And then we know relegation matches April 13th. So, gotta imagine playoffs are between March 21st and April 13th. That's about all I know on that one. Kermit, same with the Sojourn here on the defense. Had a lot of success with the Bob with the Ash, honestly. I felt like the Bobs were getting a ton of value and really not letting Nightmare Rotation, sculpt the battlefield, which is what they do so well. When we're seeing Nightmare Rotation win team fights is when they're kind of force these fights where they want them to happen, using these teleporters, using the pressure of their DPS. Now, that has been softened a little bit with Plato also on a Sojourn and not on that Bastion anymore. Bastion may have some more vulnerabilities, but as far as raw damage output and able to control a battlefield where a fight's taking place, the Bastion does have a little bit better, a little bit more ability to do that. Nice blinking from Potter. The game says to no. There was a 1 health target and still in there. The Mega wasn't up. Risked the double blink to go in and find the melee. Just brilliant game since out of Putter in that moment. Ooh, let's go to some map mark pop. Into the back, sights on Narwhal. Captain Tanuki, low health. Ooh, a little boop and scoop onto 2 separate targets. Boop onto Narwhal, gets the scoop up onto Passenger. Passenger's still low, and the hunt is still on. The Suzu is used. One good roll through. Should be the end of Passenger right here. Oh, the swim step is just in time. Plato has him unlocked. Even so. Great play there out of Nightmare Rotation. A fun moment in what has been a fantastic series. There's the touch in from Amy, who's very close to mines, and with Kermit's overclock. Yeah, we're definitely looking at a recontest. Maybe takes a lot of damage, though, with that continuing rush invested from the other side, and there's mines onto the back line here of Tanuki, making life a little more uncomfortable for those healers. That is a late Kitsune Rush coming in from Passenger, thinking this is still winnable, despite not having the Wrecking Ball in this fight. And with Kermit taking down Matt Merck, they may just be correct. The investment coming in with bountiful returns. Oh, kills traded out. I believe Plato was nanoed there for a moment. The defense will, in fact, hold. It was looking dicey there. It was looking dicey. Ooh, Matt Merck may not even get out of this alive. Yeah. Okay, he's able to find the angle. Oh, it's Bandit who pays the price, though. Less than a minute to go. Bounce up off the roof, little staging, perhaps seeing if there was any targets to go in on. Passenger playing hyper aggressive up on that top side. Doesn't even have the double swift step. He's using the extra 2 of Fuda. Suzu not available, but it's okay. Plato finds 1 with that overclock, though. Once again, opening pick here to Nightmare Rotation. But this has happened once already. EV low, got stuck on the boxes for a split second. The sleep, the pile drive in on Chosen. The nade lands as well. Harmony is down, but Harmony is still getting kills post-mortem. Cap comes through once again. Nightmare Rotation will find their prize in the twilight hour. Shy Champion says, let's go. Hey, rotation or fight. Rotation or fight. They don't quite get it done in that team fight you're looking at, but they'll get it done. Gotta watch out for some mines here in this next engagement. Plato needs to save that slide. Nope, and as soon as Matt Merck goes down, there it is. They're out. We saw them just get the adhesive siphon there as they were taking cover behind that corner. That is a very aggressive continuing rush out of Passenger. A couple of headshots land. There's yet another one. That's a lot of red X's on Passenger screen and a lot of low health bars for Nightmare Rotation. A quick swift step out. Had the second one if they needed it within that 4-second window. The first one was good. The continuing rush was amazing. And Passenger's aggression continues to catch Nightmare Rotation off guard with very little time left to adapt. Another wicked angle, but ooh, Bandit had the sights on him for a moment. But if it's not Passenger, it's Narwhal getting the damage done here for this back line of Tanuki. Putter with a beautiful finish there on to the back line of Nightmare Rotation. Has a low play to 1 melee, will get it done. Remember, Nightmare Rotation spawn is right there. They have point A, but from the way Tanuki's defense is set up, you wouldn't know it. They have this spawn surrounded. Plato with a teleport up to that high ground. Evie gets 2. It reminds on point thrown out from Matt Merck, but Evie's just dismantled the back line. Nightmare Rotation's not able to get everybody into the fight and really get a solid engagement going. Evie continues to be a nuisance. The mighty hamster Eevee. Kermit poised here on Griffin, overlooking the cart with an overclock in the pocket. The slide on. Nano boost given over to Kermit. Nano boost invested on the Matt Merck as well. Kermit is able to pick up Bandit. Matt Merck with the Diva swap. Just got to try to keep this going. It has a continuing rush to work with, but he's kind of locked down by these mines out of Eevee. Not a whole lot of room to move. Can't really take good advantage of the Kitsune rush, and reinforcements start falling. Tanuki will not let this cart get any further. They take map 3 and a 3-0 win in the series. GG's in the chat. There we go. Tanuki move up to 2-1 on the season. NTMR rotation drop their second match, falling to 1-2. But I mean, Tanuki looks so good here today. The teamwork, the synergy was just so good out of the Tanuki squad today. Eevee just barely dying. Run just goes absolutely deathless on map 1. Only 3 deaths apiece for maps 2 and 3. So you're looking at 6 deaths total across 3 maps there for Eevee. And then an enormous amount of damage out of Kermit here today. So, well, over 40k. Let's see, that's 25, another 20, so 45k damage out of Kermit here in 3 maps as well. Outstanding performance out of both of them. Kermit will end up 25 and 6 there on that final map. You can tell, I mean, getting hunted, the map, the hero ban out of NTMR rotation to try to keep Kermit quiet, and be it on the Ashe or on the Sojourn, they both seem to work out well. That Kermit Ashe is just ruthless, absolutely deadly, beautiful. Well, there you go. It's a swift win here tonight, friends. 3-0 for Tanuki. Take a look at our schedule for the rest of the week. We have had a couple reschedules this week, but I will still have matches at those times. It just won't be the 2 teams that were originally listed. So I will have an expert match for you tomorrow. Wednesday is expert day, so we'll be right back here at 2 o'clock Eastern. I'll figure out that match tomorrow morning, which is my morning, and you know, just gotta figure out what we got going on. So, but. You know, I have still got some great matches lined up for the rest of the week. We're going to have Helios taking on Jurassic tomorrow night for Expert. I believe both of those teams... I know Helios is still undefeated. Jurassic has 1 loss. Yeah, there's 1 loss between those 2 teams. That's a 7-0 squad versus a 6-1 squad. So, should be a very competitive matchup there for Expert tomorrow night. And then we get our first look at Extinction on Thursday. With Haven on that roster. So, one of those deadly DPS in the entire division. And we'll get our first look at that squad there on Wednesday. Alongside an amazing matchup with Yuri Murai taking on Quick there in Master for EMEA. We're looking forward to that one as well. Probably your biggest, your hottest next up squad there out of EMEA Master taking on, you know, potential division favorites. I would say Quick Esports are up in, you know, top 3, or in that the top 3 teams there of EMEA. So some wonderful action here to round out the rest of the week. And then, you know, can you find the kitty? You know, can you spot the kitty down at the very end? We'll have a video guys taking on Midori to round out our week there on Friday. But that's all I want to have for you here tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out, friends. Short and sweet here tonight. I appreciate you all being here, though. It really does mean the world. Let's keep supporting T2, T3, Overwatch. Don't be kind to each other. Stay hydrated. I'll see you in the next one.